Hey, my name's Peter DeGray. I'm representing Carp Growers. That's the Cannabis Association for Responsible Producers. Today I'm here in Carpinteria, where all of our member farms operate. It's a beautiful Labor Day weekend, so today we're just going to ask some tourists in town, for one, if they've heard about cannabis farming locally, and two, if it changes their opinion or their experience at all in Carpinteria. Did you know beforehand that there's a lot of cannabis farming in Carpinteria Valley?
Did not know that.
Not at all,
Nope.
actually.
So has it impacted your visit at all, or have you thought at all about that, the legalization of cannabis and farming here on your visit to the area?
No.
No, I don't think it impacted our view of the area, or, I mean, it's been legal for a while now, and it's legal in Long Beach, and it's legal just about everywhere.
We both use CBD products and have no problem with that. And actually, it's strange. Did the market for the flowers cut down, and then because of the cannabis market move up towards that realm?
Sure. Yeah, sure. There's been a lot of economic pressure on flower growers here for a while with international competition. So cannabis can only be grown and sold in California. So there's opportunity there.
There you go.
I mean, I think it's the same as, it's like growing food. In essence, it's a useful crop. It helps people, and flowers are beautiful, but you put them in a vase and they die.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
and this benefits the health of people.
Yeah, it sure
And I think
does.
it's more important. Her being a cancer patient and me being an arthritis patient. I'm feeling the benefits thereof. So we'd have to be all for it.
All right, now we're here with
Alexandra,
And Claude.
Hey, and where are you guys visiting Carpinteria from today?
Santa Monica.
Did you know that there's a lot of cannabis farming that happens here in Carpinteria Valley?
I had no idea.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Does that change the way that you perceive the area at all?
No.
No, but I think that the legalization of the, marijuana, I'm not so, pro marijuana legalization.
We disagree on this because I'm all for it. I think it's great.
Has that changed? Now that you know that cannabis is farmed here, has that changed your experience at all today visiting Carpinteria?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Were you aware that there's a substantial amount of cannabis farming that happens in the area?
I did not, no.
Has that impacted your visit at all today?
No, I think that's great, actually.
What's your experience with cannabis?
Well, I do use it, the CBD oil, on my knees for arthritis, and I'm waiting on a major surgery on my neck. I also use it on my neck, and it works. I don't have to take opioids because the cannabis works. I do not smoke it. I do nothing other than use the oils, and it's amazing. If you have arthritis, get you some oil. It's wonderful.
And now knowing that cannabis is farmed in Carpinteria, do you have an issue with that? Or would it change, would it be a factor in whether you decided to return here on another visit?
Absolutely not.
Are you aware that there's a substantial amount of cannabis farming that happens in Carpinteria Valley?
No.
Now, knowing that, does it change your perception at all, or would it factor into whether you come back?
Not really. It has nothing to do with me, so it's like they're minding their own business doing that, so it's like whatever.
And have you smelled cannabis at all since you've been here this time?
No.
Has it does the idea of cannabis farming and the legality in this area impact the way you see Carpinteria at all?
No.
What's your favorite thing to do when you're here?
Eat.
Now I'm here with
Nick Enriquez,
and Nick. Where are you from?
Bakersfield, California.
And have you been coming to Carpinteria for a while now?
Yeah, all my life. My parents have been coming over here vacationing and all that for about 40 years or so.
And what's your favorite thing about visiting the area?
Just the peace, the quiet, and the cleanliness, and everything that comes with Carpinteria.
And are you aware that now in Carpinteria there's a substantial amount of cannabis farming in the valley?
No, I did not know that.
Has that impacted your visit at all today or in the past couple of years?
No, not at all. No, I wouldn't say.
Have you smelled cannabis in town since you've been here?
No, I haven't.
And does that change your perception of Carpinteria at all, or would it factor into whether you decide to come back?
No, not at all. I've been coming here all my life, and I don't see anything else changing for me about Carpinteria that would deter me from coming.
We're here with
Denise.
And where are you from, Denise?
I'm from Montebello, but I live in Colton, California right now.
And have you been to Carpinteria before?
A few times, yeah.
This time around when you're visiting, well, first of all, were you aware that there's a substantial amount of cannabis farming happening nearby?
Well, I overheard you right now, but no, I was not aware.
Does that change your perception of the area at all?
No, not at all.
What's your favorite thing to do in Carpinteria?
Just relax, lounge by the beach. I love the beach.
Have you smelled cannabis at all this time around?
Actually, yeah, I have smelled some. But I mean, it's legal, so it's not a big deal.
Where were you when you smelled cannabis?
I think we were exiting the hotel. Yeah, we were staying at the was it the Best Western, or we were staying at the Best Western? Yeah.
And does that change? Would that be a factor in next time you come, and would it maybe change whether or not you decide to visit Carpinteria?
I mean, I guess if I'm bringing my children, I wouldn't want them to see like people just smoking out and about. But no, I mean, it doesn't really bother me.
So the cannabis farming industry being here wouldn't alter your decision?
No, it wouldn't.
Eugene, where are you from?
I'm from Simi Valley. I'm originally from Ohio, but I'm moving to Simi Valley.
Is this your first time visiting Carpinteria, or have you been here before?
I've been here before, maybe two, 3 times.
And what brings you to the area?
Food.
What are a couple of your favorite things about Carpinteria in general?
The beach, food, place called the Palms on the street we like to go to. But that's pretty much it, yeah.
And were you aware before visiting that there's a substantial amount of cannabis farming that happens here really nearby?
No, I wasn't aware of that at all.
Has that impacted your visit recently over the last couple of years to Carpinteria? Have you thought about that at all when you come here?
No, I had no idea that there was a cannabis farm here, so maybe in the future, though.
And knowing that, does it change your perception of Carpinteria, or maybe would it factor into whether you decide to come back?
Yeah, it would. If I knew cannabis was, because I'm not a smoker, but I would send some back to my family that actually do that. So they do more of the CBD, they smoke more of the CBD.
So the farming, the cannabis farming here wouldn't deter you or keep you away from coming back to Carpinteria?
Absolutely, no, that's pretty normal now. Yeah. I think so.
And David, where are you from?
Los Angeles.
Do you often visit Carpinteria?
I used to. I haven't been here for a long time.
What is it that draws you to the area?
My family lived here.
Before visiting, or are you aware in general that there's a substantial amount of cannabis that's farmed nearby?
I did not know.
During your visits recently, like over the last couple of years or this time around, have you noticed any impacts of cannabis farming on Carpinteria?
Not enough.
So with cannabis farmed here, does that change your perception of Carpinteria, or would that factor into whether you come back?
Oh, no, it makes me think Carpinteria is better.
And now I'm here with
Mary Ellen Serino.
Mary Ellen, where are you visiting from?
We live in Anaheim now.
And do you come to Carpinteria often?
We try and come every year. You know, you can walk into town, the teenagers love just come cruising around, and now that we've got some disposable income, we're kind of foodies and we check out all the food places.
And before your visit, were you aware that there's a substantial amount of cannabis farming that happens nearby?
You know, I had heard urban legends of it, but no, I didn't realize there was any cannabis farming.
So now that you know, does that impact your perception of Carpinteria, or would that be a factor into whether you decide to come back?
No, it wouldn't be a factor. I know they have lots of flower groves, and I've never been to see them, and I don't eat them or anything else, so...
And during your visits over the last couple of years, have you seen any impacts or felt or smelled cannabis at all from the farms?
No, I haven't. We didn't smell it in camp this time. I haven't seen anything change. It's not a problem to me.
So we were just able to catch up with a lot of the visitors from out of town, many of whom have come here for decades and decades, and just get some testimonials on how they feel about cannabis farming in Carpinteria, and whether it's had any impacts on their vacation this time around, and whether they're going to come back. And I think that we can all see that the general overview is that if people were aware of cannabis, they don't think that it's really changed much or will factor into their decisions in the future about where they come back on their holiday weekends.